Turning to politics now, where it's official. Today, we learned that President-elect Donald Trump swept all 7 battleground states, which include Arizona, the last state to be called, and it's one that President Joe Biden won back in 2020. The final electoral vote count, Trump 312, Vice President Kamala Harris 226. Now, Donald Trump is set to return to Washington this week. CBS's Natalie Brand is at the White House with more on that. Natalie, good evening.
Good evening, Jerika. President Biden will meet with President-elect Trump here at the White House on Wednesday. It's the first time they are speaking face-to-face since their debate back in June. And it's an invite that was not extended by Trump when President Biden was preparing to take office.
President Biden returned to the White House today with his administration committed to a smooth and orderly transition.
President Biden is committed to the peaceful transfer of power and to a responsible handoff from one president to the next, which is in the best tradition of our country and has been for the last 240 years.
That presidential precedence was upended 4 years ago.
They rigged an election.
When then President Trump contested the election results, instead spreading unfounded claims of election fraud, all of them debunked after exhaustive lawsuits and investigations. Trump's sweeping comeback victory includes control of the U.S. Senate and possibly the U.S. House. Tonight, up to 10 races remain undecided, most of them in the West. That's left Democrats soul-searching about their losses, from allies to a former Biden primary challenger.
We've used condemnation of Donald Trump versus invitation to Donald Trump supporters.
We did not have a compelling enough economic vision. The Democratic Party should have one simple mission, and that is to address the economic hardships and struggles of many Americans.
Republicans are eager to enact their agenda.
I think this is a presidency that has a mandate like we haven't seen, as you mentioned, in 36 years.
Now, tonight, the Washington Post reports that Trump talked to Russian President Vladimir Putin late last week and told him not to escalate the war in Ukraine. A spokesman for Trump says he will not comment on private conversations between Trump and world leaders. Jerika?